Alright, I'm going to try this out this week, doing my own notes and video versus finding some random videos online. Hopefully this helps out. Last week, in the past few weeks, we've been doing synthetic division. We're going to continue doing that today, but we're going to put some use to it now. We're going to find all the zeros to these polynomials. So if you have something to the third power, you're going to have 3 zeros. If you have something to the fourth power, you're going to have 4 zeros. We're going to find all those zeros, and we'll walk you through how to do that. Something to keep in mind here is when you're dividing, if the remainder is 0, then the divisor, which is what you divided by, is a factor. Alright, so I'm going to be kind of referring to some parts in terms as factors. So I just want to clear that up first. In this process, I'm going to need to see some work. So what I'm going to be asking you to do is I'm going to ask you to verify the given factors by using synthetic division. So it's just a mini proof. It's proven to me that it is a factor, but it helps us out in the long run. And I'll kind of walk you through that as well. We're going to write the results in complete factorization, and we're going to list all the real zeros. Everything's going to be lined up just like you need to see it in the notes here. You're going to have 4 problems in the worksheet that are going to mirror pretty closely to these problems in the video and on the PDF of the notes. So it should be hopefully nothing crazy. So it is synthetic division. You guys seem to be pretty good at it so far. First example. Give you a function, just like we started with. I gave you something that we were usually dividing, but I'm telling you it's a factor. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to verify. What that means is I want you to set up synthetic division. Alright, so we're going to set up synthetic division just like that. Put the 3 out front, the opposite sign of the factor, the leading coefficients of the numbers that you had up here. Now, in my setup, I'm going to add something a little bit different as well. I'll just take this whole thing off. In my setup, I'm automatically going to put a 0 on everything. If it is a factor, then the remainder is going to be 0. I'm telling you up here it's a factor, so just put 0 in the front or in here as part of the setup. I will go through synthetic. I multiply outside, feed it up into the box. So it would be 3 up in there, add straight down. 3 times 0 is 0, goes there. Add straight down, it's -4. 3 times -4 should be -12, which it is, so we get a remainder of 0. I put the variables back in, but since the middle number is in 0, I'm just going to look at something like this, x squared minus 4 instead. I put the check mark there because it did work out for us. So the verification is just running through synthetic, making sure you get 0 at the end. If you don't get 0 at the end, something went wrong on your end. Alright, double check the work, ask me if you have a question, whatever it may be. I factor this. Alright, I factor that out, it's x plus 2, x minus 2. Now, the factored form of this entire polynomial is the 2 factors that we had, x plus 2, x minus 2, plus the factor that we started with in the beginning. So don't forget to rewrite that one. My zeros that come out are -2, +2, but also the +3 that we used in the beginning. So don't forget to rewrite what was given to us, as the notes say here. Alright, I don't necessarily give these 2 reminders, I do box these 2 portions in, as just kind of a heads up as we move through this. Next one. Notice I'm starting with an x to the 4th. If I start you with an x to the 4th, I'm going to give you 2 sets of factors here. Promise you that. Now, verification. I send it through synthetic. I just picked 3 first because it was the first one listed. You can do the -2 first if you want. That's fine. I run it through. We should end up with a remainder of 0 at the end. We do. Now, here's the thing when I give you 2 factors to verify. You drop down another synthetic box, just as I have here, using the numbers that were resulted. I didn't throw the variables back in yet. I'm going to use these new numbers. I'm going to put a -2 outside from right here do my usual setup, do my usual synthetic division. I should end up with an x squared plus 3x minus 4, regardless of which factor I send through first. So I factor what's left over. When I factor that, I get the x plus 4, x minus 1, but then I also rewrite the ones that I was given in the beginning. Same with the zeros in the end. Alright, my new zeros are negative 4, positive 1, but I also started out with 3 and negative 2 in the beginning. Alright, so that's everything in one view. I got two more examples, nothing different, just bringing in one little twist, one tiny little twist right here. The factor is going to be a 2x minus 1. I give you this reminder here, opposite sign, right number over the left number. That's our verification process, that's our setup. So 2x minus 1, opposite sign is a positive, 1 over 2 is positive 1/2. That's how I get that number. Verify that one factor that I gave you. Now, when I get left over, you're going to have a GCF. Alright, take that out. We don't need it. It's not going to be in the factored form either. It's something weird. I don't want to get into the long process of explaining that. So I don't need the 2, but you take that out, or just divide everything by 2. I'm fine with that too. Factor what's in the parentheses. You do that. You get x minus 4, x minus 3. You rewrite the one that we started with. Pull out the zeros after that, and then you're done. So again, 3 things I need to see. Verify, so I need to see synthetic being done. Factored form. I'm going to give you the sets of parentheses in or on the worksheet for you, so it shouldn't be too crazy. It should kind of walk you in the right direction. Last thing here, last example, just an extra example, kind of a combination between 2 and 3. I have a 4th power, so that means I give you 2 factors. One factor is going to be a fraction. I verify it twice. Negative 1/2, opposite sign, 1 over 2, right over left. Send it through synthetic, get 0 at the end. Send 3 through synthetic, that's what came from the x minus 3. Send it through synthetic, get 0 at the end. Put the variables back in at this point. Factor. I have a GCF like I told you I would. Take it out, don't need it. I have an x squared minus 4, similar to the first problem we did. X plus 2, x minus 2. Rewrite the ones that you were given. My number of zeros, I have 4 of them. Negative 2, 2, negative 1/2, 3. Those are rewrites. If you guys have questions, let me know. I have 4 examples on the worksheet. It's due on Friday. It's technically only a 3-day week, so the sooner you get it to me, the better. If you guys have any questions, as always, hit me up on email, Google Hangout, Remind, whatever. But that's it. Hopefully this helps, and hopefully it's a little bit better than some random people talking to you as well. Hope you guys are doing all right, and talk to you soon.